Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again for the second match of the night where we will be having Deja who taking on Umbruh Seekers. And as we have here, Umbruh Seeker is actually going to have a couple of the players that we've actually seen here earlier today. But Deja who coming in this one 3-2, 59 goals for, and a 58 game win percentage. While Umbruh Seeker coming in this one 5-0, 90 goals for, and they end up winning 94% of the time. Trying to finish this one out and head strong into the playoffs. We will be waiting on it as we should be starting up at the top of the hour yet again, but we should be in for some good 2v2 action. As we will once again allow predictions. If anyone wants to, feel free to go for it. We will start up a prediction between the Umbruh Seekers and the Dejas who, as we do see relatively early, Deja who joining the lobby. So as soon as we get Umbruh Seeker up in here, we should be good to go. As it looks like Umbruh Seeker is probably finishing up their last warm-up game before getting into this one. Right away though, we do see the points being thrown at Umbruh Seeker, and if you saw the players in their earlier one, it does make some sense that Umbruh Seeker has getting some points thrown that direction, as they do have two of the players that we did see earlier today, as they did take a convincing win there. But that does not finalize anything within a 2v2's matchup for now, so we will be looking forward to a ideally competitive matchup between Umbruh Seeker and Deja who coming up. Thank you for the follow, Senior Bubbles. I'm hoping ideally have a great cast with you guys here coming up shortly as soon as we can get Umbruh Seekers into this lobby. Absolutely no problem. I enjoy casting and I'm very happy to be here, so I'm glad to get to do so. As the bounce back in the points coming up here, we are seeing it even out. This is going to be another one of those where I watch the team that was in their last game before it as you casually hover over a Discord profile to see where it's at. And you know it's about to go to overtime or something. It's going to be one of those to expand onwards. But ideally we still can get going relatively shortly here. Yeah, they are finishing a game they're currently in from the looks of it. So, as soon as they're done with that, I guarantee they will be up in here. It's just they were in their last warm-up one and waiting to get on up in here. So, should be good though. Panda, I am not positive when you're getting your Kahoot. Alright, we're going to have another day where we get the long stream going. And I will make a Rocket League Kahoot all for you inputting. Alright, and then anyone else in chat that wants it can partake in Kahoot for Rocket League. Fele Polo Figas. Hyping up for his team. All about it for Deja. Good attempt at that name. Let's go. The second person to pronounce it right. Or I pronounced it wrong and he's just giving me credit for it because good attempt at that name. I don't know. He might be throwing some shade my direction, but I'll at least take the satisfaction if I was at least close enough, guaranteed to get you're the second person to pronounce it right. Let's go. Alrighty. Thank you so much, Panda. I did end up getting that as of about, I want to say, this morning. So, relatively new to it, but thank you so much for hitting the subscribe there. But yeah, I can tell that they are going a little bit in OT as well. I love getting to hover over Discord at the ping and realize they are 2 minutes into an overtime game that was 4-4. So they're hitting that point that they're probably questioning, hey, do we just get scored on? Because I know that in a couple of calls that I've been in with a couple of my buddies doing stuff, we had to make that decision of just concede. But obviously they do have, technically we give 10 minutes, I believe, for any team after the scheduled start, so we should be good. They are an OT Senior Bubbles. From what I have been looking at, they headed to OT in a 4-4 game, and they are about over 2 minutes into it, I want to say. So At some point, one of those teams should be destined to score, and then they will get up in here. Alright, I think they finally are out of it. Whether or not they won or lost is something I cannot tell you, but that means they should be joining up shortly. And once they join up, we should be good to get this lobby going. Alright, and we gotta welcome back to the lobby Dad and Alright Bud, as they were actually playing in a 3v3 match earlier. Teammate in the bathroom. As long as both teams are good, we will go as soon as the teammate's back. That way we do have this all squared away, all fair, all good. And then we will start going there, where this one we will get to see Deja taking on the blue side and Umbruh Seeker taking on the orange side. Some Tier 3 Division 10 2v2 US East action. Deja coming in 3-2 and Umbruh Seeker coming in 5-0. Both these teams trying to take a statement win. We have some more fans letting us know the Deja fans are here. We will get to see when we get this one underway. Okay. Alright, as we load up into this one, and now we are good to go. Here we go, Deja on the blue side and Umbruh Seeker on the orange side, kicking off game 1. 5 minutes on the clock. This one falls down to Senior Bubbles. Alright, Bud sitting on it, trying to take it. Lets it bounce into the air dribble. He goes off the crossbar, back down to the center. Dad there for it, but Senior Bubbles pushing this one back on out. Alright, Bud playing up for Dad. Dad playing back across, but Booger Bear will take here. Booger Bear looking for it, dribbling towards the center. Good cut, ends up coming back out to Senior Bubbles, but Alright, Bud is all over that one. And back into the blue half we go. Into the blue half now. Alright, Bud popping this one high. Booger Bear not allowing it to head to the center. Back on out. Dad playing back into that corner. And back down we go. Booger Bear now trying to play forward, but Dad diving in on that one, looking for the demo to cause some havoc in front. But Booger Bear able to get back in time, pushing back off that sidewall, back towards the center. Dad is there, but he ends up planking the pipe. And back out Booger Bear with the attempted flick over. Alright, Bud will play on over and across. It looks like Dad able to get there first, sending a shot away, but Senior Bubbles pushing it wide. Alright, Bud now diving in, but once again popping high and over the net. Down, it's falling, but Senior Bubbles, a good touch on that one, taking back center. Trying for the shot, but Alright, Bud is equal to the task. Back out we play now. Alright, Bud firing a shot. Booger Bear with a great save, keeping this one all at zeros. Dad getting demoed by Booger Bear, and Senior Bubbles having some time with this in the corner. Trying to take advantage of a dribble. Tries to put past one, but Dad dives in and takes there. Plays on up and over to the far side, where Senior Bubbles will be taking control of this one. Looking for it, flicking out towards the orange side net, but Alright, Bud pushing it wide. Still highly even contest so far to this point. 3:20 remaining. Alright, Bud hitting Dad. Dad trying to come in, but Booger Bear will push it back on out. Alright, Bud back up to the aerial attack. Good touch on it to drop it back, and Alright, Bud putting on the aerial mechanics on this one. Getting that last touch to put it softly back as the defender ends up not being able to get back to it. Good start for the 1-0 lead for Umbruh Seeker. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Back to that center line we go. Senior Bubbles and Dad 50. As this one comes back to the center, Booger Bear looking to get a touch on it, but Alright, Bud is there pushing it forward. And across, Alright, Bud plays for Dad, who plays to that sidewall. Senior Bubbles trying to get on this one. Fires one, but not quite able to beat Alright, Bud as he is still there. Down it plays. Booger Bear now trying to pop this one out towards the center. Left it for Senior Bubbles, who fires one, but all right, bud, with the great save to ensure that they keep their 1-goal lead. Back down it goes on the out. All right, bud, taking this one. Good bump from Senior Bubbles to allow Booger Bear to get under this one. And he fires. Is it able to beat Dad? No, Dad pushes it just high enough. And back out towards the center it plays. Booger Bear trying to pop this one to the far pipe now. And Dad with another great save. All right, bud, pushing this one on outwards and on into the blue side half now. Back down, it's falling, but Booger Bear with the 50 on it, and all right, but not quite able to find the net as it goes just high after. Senior Bubbles with the dribble now, trying to find the response. Pops it, but ends up hitting the pipe back out towards the center. Dad playing onwards, looking for the flick towards the blue side net, but Booger Bear keeps this one wide and away, and actually is able to beat Dad back to it, but it does fall down to all right, but it's met by oncoming Booger Bear, who gets the demo and opens up for Senior Bubbles, but it ends up going just wide. Back towards the center we go. Dad trying to play this one back outwards. Booger Bear with a good shot, and it will be all right, but this time, and it will tie us back up at 1. Umbruh Seekers and Deja, who all tied with 1:40 remaining. Anyone's game here for game 1. Here we go. Back to that center line. All right, bud, pushing onwards, getting a pretty good kickoff here. Looping back, trying to get boosted ball, but Senior Bubbles is there, pushing forward with a good touch, but Dad is sitting on it and pushes away, taking to the air, trying to get a second touch on it, not quite able to direct it back to the net, but gets it to the center for all right, bud, and all right, bud is able to put it away even with the defender going for it. Dad with enough of the pressure and a good back pass there. Booger Bear not able to get enough on it, so Umbruh Seekers find themselves up 2-1 with 1:23 remaining. All right, Senior Bubbles trying to bring up is met by Dad. Down it plays. Back on over. All right, bud, popping high and trying to go away, but Booger Bear with a good touch. Off that back wall, trying to cause some pressure in front, and does so, but Senior Bubbles hitting the crossbar and not quite able to put it away as it comes back on out. Senior Bubbles trying to play past all right, but the bump is enough. Booger Bear firing one, but Dad is able to clear this one back to the side. Off the sidewall now, Booger Bear looking to play on out, looking for the ceiling play, not quite able to get back to that one, but it does fall for Senior Bubbles, who fires one, but Dad is there on the read, back into this blue side corner. Out he tries to play, tries to get a good bump on Booger Bear, but not quite able to do so, and then a demo to open up the net for Senior Bubbles with a flick that finds the crossbar yet again. All right, bud, pushing back into the blue side half, Booger Bear trying to push on outwards, but all right, bud, reading him well. But Booger Bear is able to play on out eventually, and back down to the center. Senior Bubbles firing this one, but it ends up going wide. All right, bud, now back up for it, playing back to the center. Booger Bear trying to fire, but Dad ended up getting to it, pushing on outwards. But Senior Bubbles back down into the orange side half. All right, bud, popping over one, back in the blue side corner. Booger Bear looking for it, but all right, bud, popping into the center. And across it plays, but it will hit the ground, and that will be enough for Umbruh Seekers to take game 1. A very close and contested game 1 underway, starting off quite the start to a series. Both teams going back and forth, and great defense has been shown. So it's looking like it is not easy to come by a goal in this one. Both teams are putting in the work for it. No one is just cracking and giving up open chances. As we do find it getting readied up for game 2 now. Players take their time, but back into this one we will go. Umbruh Seekers finding themselves up 1 after game 1, the 2-1 win. Squeaking it on out, back into game 2 we go. Back to that center line. Booger Bear and all right, but going in the way of Booger Bear, but Dad does push on forward into the blue side half. All right, bud, looking to the center, and Dad is there. Off the kickoff, finds a quick goal. Where all right, bud does fire this one to the center, and Dad is able to get there in time. Umbruh Seekers finding themselves up 1 early in this one, 8 seconds in. Off kickoff, Booger Bear trying to push back across and does so. Taken to the sidewall, Booger Bear trying to center and ends up almost dropping it, but pushed to the side by Alright Bud. Not quite able to do so. Bump from Dad, but it does send it towards Senior Bubbles, and they end up hitting the pipe, unfortunately. Back out we play. Dad taking on into the blue side half, trying to fire at the net, but a great play by Senior Bubbles to make sure he pushes it high, and able to get back down for the second save, and flicks the oncoming attacker. Great defensive play there by Senior Bubbles. Up he goes, tries for the soft 50, but Alright Bud winning it out on over. Booger Bear popping it over the orange defense. Back down to the center it goes. Dad getting a touch on it just to clear it from the oncoming blue attackers. Back it plays. Dad trying to play on down. Leaving it for Alright Bud. Alright Bud firing one. A good shot, but Booger Bear is there for a great save. These teams are playing a high defensive series. Booger Bear up to the air for it. Not quite able to get it by Alright Bud, as he was all over it. Dad playing onwards. Able to get around this one, and he will put it away. Ends up getting it where there was just an unfortunate bounce, and it looks like it kind of got the defender to not be expecting it to bounce that way. And Dad is able to convert on this, sliding it away. Umbruh Seekers up 2 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to play in game 2. Off the kickoff, Senior Bubbles leaving it for Booger Bear, and they will find a response off the kickoff. Deja now only finding themselves down 1, as they decided to end up sending the guy forward, and Umbruh Seekers did not, and unfortunately were not able to get back to it in time. Back to the center we go. Booger Bear now pushing it on out to that side. Alright Bud trying to play on upwards, but Booger Bear meets it there. Dad tries to fire this one forward, not quite able to fully get around it, but it still plays on into the blue side corner. A good demo from Booger Bear to relieve some of the pressure, as Dad tries to play on out here, but ends up leaving it for Senior Bubbles, looking for a play on it. A good flick, Pat, that's the defender, and Senior Bubbles putting this away to tie us back up at 2 apiece. Deja and Umbruh Seekers once again tied up with 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in this game. Senior Bubbles and Alright Bud meeting back up at that line. Booger Bear getting it around and past the defender. Are they able to get back to it? Yes, they are, and putting it away. Deja now with the run to pull themselves actually ahead in this game, where they are now up 3-2 with 3 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. Still a lot of Rocket League left. Back to that center line. Senior Bubbles and Alright Bud onward it pushes, but Dad pushes this one back to that corner, not allowing it to come center so easily. Alright Bud getting a good touch to push it on upwards and towards the corner. Booger Bear playing this one on out, and Dad is there. He will respond. Back to a 3-3 game we go. Umbruh Seekers and Deja. These guys are playing very tight Rocket League. 3 minutes still remain. Back at that center line. Booger Bear ending up meeting up, and then all across it goes. Alright, but popping over to Dad. A pinch with it, but Senior Bubbles with a great save to keep this one on out. Dad now trying to play for the center, but Senior Bubbles is there and not allowing it. Senior Bubbles turning up, but Alright Bud all over it. Can he get the read as he tries to, but Booger Bear still pushes this one on wide. Dad up to for the aerial now, but Senior Bubbles takes and tries to play across. A good touch by Booger Bear, not allowing the oncoming attacker to get to it, but Dad goes up for a dribble, met by Senior Bubbles. Back down it falls. Dad off the back wall looking for the center, but Senior Bubbles plays on out, but Alright Bud does get a good read and fires and able to convert on this one. So the Umbruh Seekers will find themselves back with a lead now, as they are up 4-3 with 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. A good turn and then converting on the opportunity. 2 minutes and 18 seconds remain. And this very heated back and forth gameplay. Booger Bear popping this one on out, playing out towards the center, trying to find their way back around it, not quite able to do so. Alright Bud popping upwards and playing on into the blue side corner. Out of the blue side corner. Alright Bud popping it to the center, and Dad is there, popping it over the defender. Umbruh Seekers finding themselves up 2 now, up 5-3. Dad able to put that just away from the defenders and log it in for a goal. Still minute 57 left to play. Off the kickoff we go. Looking at it, all right, Bud, trying to play on out, playing towards the center, able to get back to it, but Booger Bear now pushing this one forward, trying for a demo play. His dad plays this out of the corner, but Senior Bubbles pops over one, over the second to the far side pipe, and Booger Bear is there. A great passing play from Senior Bubbles as he is able to cut up that defense off the back wall twice. Defenders not quite able to get to it, and Booger Bear putting it away, converting on the passing opportunity, pulling Deja to back within one, a 4-5 game with a minute 41 left to go. Up this pops, Senior Bubbles trying to get around it, but Dad cuts in and plays forward where All Right Bud is looking to take a shot here, playing it onwards, and does so with great success here as he ends up finding it. Ends up playing to the ground, ends up using it, jumping it, and flicking it back to the center of the net. So Umbruh Seekers finding themselves up 2 with a minute 31 to play. Back out it kicks. Dad playing on into that corner. Back up it plays. Booger Bear playing on across to Senior Bubbles, who tries to plan out for Booger Bear, popping this one over the one orange defender. Up they go and able to get past the second one, but back out it plays where All Right Bud now possesses in their own corner, looking to advance forward. Is met by blue defender, and Booger Bear will push this one back on wide, but back down to the center it comes, but Senior Bubbles able to get the touch over Dad, and then Booger Bear forcing the 50 with All Right Bud. Senior Bubbles trying to push this one onwards. Back up it goes, back to the center. All Right Bud trying to play out. Senior Bubbles getting a piece of it, and back goes the Booger Bear, who tries to play back into the orange side corner, trying to find another play on it, finds a bumping attempt, but does not quite open up the front as All Right Bud gets past one, looking to take the dribble now, looking to try to get by the second, not quite able to get past Booger Bear, and Senior Bubbles trying to wrap around it, but unable to do so before Dad gets back on the defensive and does not allow him to find the back of the net with that one. Back out it plays. Senior Bubbles looking high. Dad playing back on down, but is that exactly what they wanted? Senior Bubbles trying for the demo play. Booger Bear not quite able to put it away as it ends up itself going just wide. Back into the orange side corner we play. Dad now looking to take this one onwards. Back out looking for it with a flick, trying to flick past one. Gets past one, but Booger Bear now taking out of this far corner. Deja is going to need some, and it looks like it will not quite happen this game, but it falls down. Senior Bubbles trying to get a last-second goal here, looking for the dribble, not quite able to keep it up, so Umbruh Seeker will take game 2, 6-4, and that puts them on match point. As it's managing to stay close all throughout in these games, but Umbruh Seeker are finding themselves ahead. Up 2-0 in the series. Does Deja have the response here? Back at it we go. Senior Bubbles being met by Dad. Into the blue side corner. All right, Bud looking to take this one, taking it back to the ground. 50s with one, but Senior Bubbles trying to play up into the passing play to Booger Bear. Booger Bear fires, but a great save by Dad. Senior Bubbles trying to play back across, but All Right, Bud getting a piece of it. Now into Dad trying to get a piece of it. Met by Booger Bear back down to center. Senior Bubbles trying to turn on it back into the orange side corner. Out it goes. Senior Bubbles firing one, but Dad is there and ready to push this one back into the blue side. The blue side, All Right Bud looking for a shooting opportunity, but Booger Bear firing it back into the orange side half. Senior Bubbles off the wall towards the center, but All Right Bud not allowing it to fall. On they take the dribble, looking for it, trying to get back around this one, but Booger Bear with a 50 that forces it at least to the corner for now. Dad firing one and finding the defender on that side wall, decides to put it at the low corner of the pipe and was able to convert with that perfectly good placement to put it underneath the defender, finding themselves up 1 Umbruh Seeker in game 3. Booger Bear playing this one on forwards off the kickoff. All Right Bud popping up, but Senior Bubbles playing back down. Dad advancing on blue side corner as it comes back out. Senior Bubbles with a good touch. Booger Bear now trying to take a dribble on it, looking for it. Gets 50'd by Dad, and out it plays. Alright, Bud trying to advance on into the blue side now. Gets bumped, and out it plays. Dad tries to fire one, but it just finds its way to Booger Bear, who pops it high. Ends up going for a bump, not quite able to get there. Where Dad still keeps on it. A flip reset into the corner. Senior Bubbles tries to play back on out, but Alright Bud off this back wall, back down, it's falling. Alright Bud firing it, but it ends up going wide. Dad now back to the center. Alright Bud is there and converts on the pass from Dad. 3:18 left to play. Umbruh Seekers up 2. If they can hold on to this one, they will be finding themselves closing out the series. Otherwise, if Deja can start the comeback, they will need to take all this game and the next 2 in order to finalize. Off the kickoff, a high shot from Booger Bear. Ends up finding themselves demoed by Dad. Back down it plays. Senior Bubbles pushing this back into the corner, met by Dad. Dad playing back on out, trying to find Alright Bud. And will find himself, but then getting demoed by Senior Bubbles. Booger Bear trying to play onward. The 50 with Alright Bud and back out. That's going to pop. Up it plays, and Booger Bear with a touch past one, but Alright Bud is there and pushes this back on towards midfield. Alright Bud playing over one, and it is to Dad, and Dad will put it away, giving Umbruh Seekers a 3-goal lead. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, so we are not even halfway through this one, though, so it is still very possible for a comeback. But Umbruh Seekers finding themselves with a more comfortable lead. Back to the center line we go. Senior Bubbles being met by Alright Bud, and the blue side wall it goes. Dad coming in, trying to pinch this one on outwards. Not quite able to take full control, and it comes back down to Booger Bear. Booger Bear into the air dribble, but is met by Alright Bud. And down it goes where Dad just takes the dribble on it and is able to find the net, putting Umbruh Seeker up 4 with 2 minutes and 21 seconds remaining. A good catch on that one as he realized he had the opening and then just converted. Back to that center line we go. His Dad meets Booger Bear. And down it plays. Alright Bud tries to cut, but Dad ends up coming back into it. And Senior Bubbles tries to advance now. Oh, he pops and it comes down. And Booger Bear will put this one away. Deja finding at least a goal. Is it the start of the comeback that they need? 1-4, 2:11 remaining. Back towards that center we go. Dad meeting up with Booger Bear. Up it pops. Senior Bubbles trying to get a touch on it. Not quite able to get there, and Alright Bud turns and fires this off the back wall. Looking to just possess, leaves it back for Dad. Dad off that corner. Tries to pass back out to himself. Not quite able to find it. Senior Bubbles fires it up as it comes back to Booger Bear. But Alright Bud pushing it back on out. And this one does get played back down and across. Dad tries to fire one, but Booger Bear is there getting a good touch on it to ensure that it is not an open opportunity. Booger Bear now popping upwards. Goes up, but Alright Bud is already there pushing this back onwards. Off that side wall, Senior Bubbles with a good touch as it finds its way falling towards the center, and a bump play was trying to be had, but not quite able to keep it that way. So back across the shoots. Dad pushing onwards. Now off that side wall, 12 boost, just finds it going towards the center where Senior Bubbles tries to take possession. And the demo attempt is coming, but Senior Bubbles with a good flick over one. Booger Bear fires, but finds the crossbar. Dad able to push this one at least to the side where Senior Bubbles not going to do much more. And a good bumping play to open up Alright Bud as he will put this back away, giving Umbruh Seeker a 4-goal lead with 1:05 remaining. Back to the center line. Senior Bubbles pushing on past Dad. Can't quite get around it, but leaves it for Booger Bear, and a great shot, but also great save by Alright Bud, holding on to that one, making sure the net will not be found. Back down towards the center, Alright Bud tries to advance onward and does, and Dad will tuck it away, finding the way to put it back behind the defenders on this one. And then that will lead for Umbruh Seeker, a 5-goal lead with 47 seconds left. It looks like they are definitely primed to close out this series right now, unless disasters fall upon them on kickoffs. Dad advancing onwards. Booger Bear pushing back across. Alright, but at least getting a touch on it. Advancing on himself. Up it goes. Booger Bear at least pushing wide to the far side. Dad playing on out. Not quite able to get back to that one as Senior Bubbles throws it upfield. Alright, but now looking from his own corner. But Booger Bear taking downwards. Good flick across, but Dad is all over that one. Back to the corner where Alright Bud plays on this one. Makes his way past one. A good flick to get by the second one and converts it. We have a Brazil right now for the Umbruh Seekers as it takes the touch, and the defender was not expecting them to take it that clean and kind of just had an opening as long as they were able to get it out in front of them, and they were. So Umbruh Seekers finding themselves with the Brazil scoreline with 12 seconds left. Back at the kickoff, Senior Bubbles being met by Alright Bud, and across this goes. Booger Bear trying to push this one on forward. Trying for the bump, but Alright Bud just avoids it and plays forward back on out. Demo on one. Booger Bear trying to catch off this sidewall. Booger Bear tries to go. Dad now playing into that backside corner, and it looks like it will just fall here. Well, game 3 might have been more one-sided. Games 1 and 2 were definitely quite the start to this series. It looks like Umbruh Seekers really found their stride, though, in game 3 to be able to close this one on out. Games 1 and 2 definitely were evenly matched, but that is where we find this one. We do manage the prediction, and we get to choose the outcome as the Umbruh Seekers taking the 3-0. As always, thank you so much for having me cast. It's always great to get to cast people's games, and I am very appreciative of it. Good luck to you guys in playoffs, as I believe your 6-0 record should probably get you there, guaranteed. But good luck to you guys in playoffs. Good luck going forward on the rest of your guys' IGL seasons. And thank you so much for having me cast this one. I'm grateful for the chance. Was fun. Have a great rest of your nights, and ideally a great start to your guys' upcoming weeks. And with that, that'll do it for me. So thank you so much for coming on out. Doses.